Jacqueline Taylor with Equus Television, and I'm here today in Cowtown, Fort Worth, Texas for the USTPA number 10 Elite World Finals for team penning. And right next to me I have the beautiful Tammy Juergens of Rayco Builders. And not only are you a sponsor here, but you're also a competitor, is that right?
That is true.
Awesome. Well, tell me a little bit about the numbers. How many people come here? And I mean, this is the World Finals, right, for this category? Tell me a little bit about that.
So throughout the year, teams compete across the United States to qualify for this show. You have to qualify as a team. You can't just enter up. You have a couple of draw rides where you don't get to pick your team, but for the most part, you've got 20 teams that you come in that you've picked or that you've ridden with to get qualified throughout the year. So in the first round, we had 1,035 teams that went through over about a day and a half, and then when they broke that down to round two, which was 414 teams. If you made it out of that 414 teams, you broke down to the third round, which was 166 teams. Going into the fourth round was 60 teams, and now tonight the top 20.
Okay, so we got the top 20, and you actually made it to the top 60. Is that right? Tell me a little bit about your experience with all of that.
It was a fantastic experience. Had some great teams I rode with all year. Made some fantastic friends along the way, and probably lifelong family members. Ended up 26th, so just out of the top 20, but had a great experience, had a wonderful time.
Definitely. I mean, in top 26, that's like a huge accomplishment of everybody that competed in this competition. And so you actually rode on, is it 24 teams total?
Yes, I had 24 teams coming in.
So you went 24 times.
Yes.
Wow, that is something else. I don't know how you're still standing today. So do you have any advice for anybody that's looking to get into it, or maybe already into team penning, or looking, to get involved in a sport like this?
Honestly, it's so easy to get into. People are so supportive. You just need to step out of your box and ask for help, and hit a couple of shows, and you'll have teams, is quicker than you think, and people are just absolutely wonderful to work with.
Definitely. I've had that experience as well. Everybody's been so welcoming to me being here, my first event, Equus Television, covering these events from now on. And tell me a little bit about your background. How did you get started with riding and team penning?
So I can remember horses being part of my life for as long as I can remember. I started riding when I was 3, thanks to my mom and dad, and they were 4-H leaders. My sister and I learned to ride every discipline in 4-H, and then we moved into open shows. From there we went to show halter and performance horses in the AQHA, and I remember being in Rapid City for a quarter horse show, and my dad had heard about a team penning event, that it was in an arena next to us, and he said, I want to go check that out. And I said, okay. So we went and we watched a few rounds of it, and he turns over and he says, I think I want to do that. And the next thing you know, my sister, dad, and I formed a team and traveled around. We joined USTPA. I then met my husband. He's now part of it, and both of our kids team pen and ranch sort.
Wow, that is incredible. So really what you were talking about, that supportive network, you have that.
Yes.
And you've been able to find that. I think that's really good advice for those, just connecting with others, whether they're your family, your friends, or meeting new people, right?
Yes, absolutely. And the group is so wonderful. I mean, you've got open riders that will ride with you, that not only are competing against you, but will also cheer for you and help, coach you on the sidelines. It's really a wonderful family experience.
Well, thank you so much for that advice and taking the time with us today. Is there anything else you'd like to say?
Just Rayco Builders. My husband owns Rayco Builders. We've been a sponsor for the last few years for the USTPA, and they specialize in industrial, commercial riding arenas and stall barns. And reach out to us. Contact Tom at raycobuilders.com on our website.
Awesome. Thank you so much again, and we look forward to seeing you at more of the competition.
Sounds great. Thank you.
For sure. I'm Jacqueline Taylor with Equus Television, coming to you from from Fort Worth, Texas, Cowtown.